This video has a focus on using the drums track in Songtrix. Many of the editing operations we cover will also apply to the other track types. We start in the workspace with an empty, new 8-bar song. As we are focusing only on the drums, the other tracks will remain empty, and in fact we can remove them with Song Setup. As we have seen in previous videos, the drums track normally starts off divided into 1-bar segments. These segments can be edited with a pop-up window in Mixer View. But for this video, it will be easier to switch to Track View, where the same functions are available in the main workspace. As you can see, the song worksheet shows in the top half, and the selected segment in full detail below. The bar and beats of the segment are shown at the bottom, and the sounds in our current drum kit are shown at the left. It's important to have the segment grid comfortably sized when adding and editing the musical events. The buttons here control the vertical zoom. As we zoom in, a scroll bar appears on the right. But it's often easier just to zoom to the height of the grid. Likewise, we can adjust the horizontal zoom up and down, or zoom to width. This works well for small segments, but for longer ones, we will usually end up with a horizontal scroll bar at the bottom to navigate with. So, let's begin the process of creating a drum rhythm. To create drum events, we select the drum beat from the toolbox here, and you'll now see that the mouse pointer has changed. Wherever we click, a drum beat is created in the grid. Let's start with a bass or kick drum event on every beat, and we can check the sound of that. Next, we add a snare drum event on every second beat, and check the sound of that. Then we add a hi-hat cymbal event on every half beat. It's starting to become a simple rock drum rhythm. For the moment, we have finished creating events, so we can click the right mouse button over the background to drop the drum beat tool and get the selection pointer back. We could also have done this from the segment toolbar here. To move or change events after they are created, we first need to select them. Select a single event by clicking on it, or drag across an area to select several. Selected events can be moved with the mouse or keyboard, or they can have any of their properties changed. To remove the selection, just click in the background. You'll notice that the grid lines divide each beat into 4 places where we can create events. This can be adjusted with the grid lines control here, which is labelled in fractions of a quarter note. Mostly, you can think of a quarter note as being the same as a beat, although it depends on the song's time signature. Read more about this in the How Music Works tutorials. We can adjust the grid lines and divide each beat into 6 instead, which is more useful for working with music using triplets. For example, this pattern uses straight timing with the hi-hats on exact half beats. But if we hold down the Shift key to select every second beat, and nudge them across to make more of a 2/3, 1/3 pattern, we get what is called swing timing, which has a very different feel. If ever you make a mistake or change your mind while editing, you can use the undo function to step backward. So we can use it now to go back to our straight pattern. While the grid lines give our events exact musical timing, it can sound a bit mechanical because slight timing variations are a natural part of expressive human playing. In fact, we can remove the snap to grid option and then place events anywhere we like. Another technique for adding realism is to adjust the loudness or velocity of the notes. To add emphasis to the second snare drum beat, we can select it. Then every time we make it louder, it becomes a darker colour shade. Velocity can be edited directly as a percentage if we show the Event Properties panel. Other properties shown here are the location of the event, with its bar and beat number, and its exact tick location within the beat. You'll see this change as I drag the event slowly to the right and back again. In this song, there are 144 ticks per quarter note, as you can see here, but other songs may be different, depending on the precision they need. The other properties shown are the event type, the drum being played, and the duration or length of the event, also in beats and ticks. Depending on the track, there can be several event types available. For drum tracks, there is one other type that we can find in the toolbox, the drum roll. This makes it easy to create repeated drum beats. It has the same properties as the simple drum beat, but also extras that control the timing or speed of the drum roll, and also the dynamic, or how it changes from loud to soft, and by how much. You'll see this indicated with color shade, in the same way as velocity. Now we just need to add a couple more beats here to end up with more of a marching rhythm. Our drum kit has 10 common drum sounds in it, but in fact there are over 100 sounds available, which you can use at the same time if you want. We can access these using Track Setup. Here we can adjust the overall volume level and stereo pan position of the drum track, but on the next page we can change the drum kit itself. These are the drums we have in our kit at the moment. The star indicates drums already being used in the song. They have to stay, of course, but all others can be removed. Over here are the other drums that we can add to our drum kit, covering a wide range of musical styles. If we add a pair of bongo drums, we'll find them waiting when we return to the workspace. And while we have been only working in bar 1, the other bars are using repeat segments, so our pattern has been propagated throughout the song with every change we made. When we select one of these segments, we can see the repeat events showing in grey, and if we play the whole song, we can hear a copy of our pattern in each bar. We have seen just one type of drum rhythm here, but many are possible to suit all forms of music. A great starting point is to use auto-style songs, or the paste style command, to explore and modify the drum patterns in the musical styles supplied with Songtrix.